Welcome back, everybody, to the Arizona Cardinals Madden 25 franchise. We are finally back. Now, we're going to start to make some changes in this franchise. Obviously, I've voiced my disdain of the latest patch update. This game's grown obviously a little stale, there's no doubt about it, but I'd like to finish this out. So I think what we're going to do, instead of playing full games, we're just going to pretty much go maybe 2 games, 3 games at a time, something like that, depending on the schedule. I think we'll just start with Cowboys, Raiders. I don't think we're going to get into the Seahawks game today, but what we're going to do is just play the moments. We're going to go through, play, obviously, key moments in the game, and that's what we're going to get into. So let's start right into it. Taking on the Dallas Cowboys right now at 1-3. You can still see the logo on the scoreboard still messed up. I mean, there's so many things that need to be fixed with this game, man. It's crazy. How do you not see that the logos aren't in there and not have a quick update to patch this thing? It's ridiculous. Hand off to Dre Benson. He's in for the tying touchdown here in this first quarter at 7 apiece. But obviously, you got MLB The Show coming out. I'll have a video here, obviously. I think I have 3 teams that I'm thinking of. I'll put a poll in there in that video. You'll see there. That'll be released because the show does release on Friday, the early edition. Now, normally it comes out on next Tuesday, but I'm probably more than likely going to get the early edition, so I'll have something out on Friday. We'll start that franchise. And obviously, like I've said a million times before, this isn't my job. So, to me, right now, NCAA, you got College Football 25, the Arkansas Dynasty. You'll have the show. And right now you got Madden. The thing is we find Marvin Harrison Jr. for the grab. He gets all the way down to around the goal line at the 1. I can't do 3 at once. It's crazy. Like, I would love to do 3, maybe 4 series at a time. If I did this full time, it's up the middle, Donovan Edwards. He's in for the touchdown. But something's going to have to go by the wayside, more than likely. And it's probably going to be this. Just going to tell you right now, we are going to definitely finish out the season, even with the shows around, but eventually after this season, this is it for Madden. This is going to be the final season. I know it's only 3 seasons, which is crazy. Normally we go like 5, 6 into Madden, but obviously with College Football 25, it kind of plays into it. So it's just a little difficult, and it's not like this game is really that great. Madden is it just needs something. I mean, I loved the gameplay prior to this latest patch. I thought the gameplay was great. It was playing very, very well. You could play defensive ball games. You could play offensive type games, back and forth shootouts. It was good. So the gameplay to me was like, okay, I can get into this game. It's just the other parts, like even the scouting that's been changed up. It's still just like, it's not really like, it doesn't really grab you. You don't have to look at it all the time. You don't have to worry about really scouting college players. You can almost skip it the entire season and then wait to the offseason and just have like kind of a draft board and go through there. I mean, really, you don't have to look at it. And to me, that's absolutely awful. You really don't have to worry about it. There's no going around the league unless you really check it. You would have no idea what is happening. So stuff like that, which the show supposedly is improving this year, I just don't know. I mean, you got to improve something. I got to feel like I'm living in a league, and I don't right now. I really don't. I mean, it's just you play your games, you go on, and that's really about it. You have these really dumb storylines that are just absolutely awful. I mean, guys are saying, I don't like the cold. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous, some of these storylines. So I don't know. Stuff definitely has to improve in this game. There is literally no doubt about it. They need a little bit of a reinvention franchise. Now, will they do it? I don't know. Probably not. They'll probably worry about Madden Ultimate Team or whatever. So we'll see if there's ever any adjustments into next year. I mean, I'm sure they'll flash something that gets you to go. But I mean, I'll have a Madden franchise next year. There's no doubt about it. There's always that hope. So we'll see. As Kyler Murray runs it in, builds this to a 31-14 lead. As we are starting to pull away in this ball game as Dallas, 1-3. They're going to look like they're going to fall to 1-4. So Dallas, maybe this is it for Dak Prescott. I mean, in real life, Dallas, I mean, if you have a bad season this year, you got to get rid of Dak, right? You have to get rid of Dak. And speaking of, real life NFL, as I'm just kind of rambling this whole video, not even talking about the game. Man, these free agent contracts are absolutely insane. Some of these moves, as there's Dak making a mistake, just trying to force something. Malachi Moore has got it. I believe he is going to take this to the house, and he will. So you can pretty much close the book on this game. Final more than likely going to be 38-14, and that'll absolutely do it. We'll remain unbeaten. But yeah, like, oh, man, that is crazy. And how about some of the guys like Myles Garrett? I mean, the guy complains so much. And he's like, hey, man, I went out of this contract. I want to trade. I want to win. You know, I got to get out of this environment. And the Browns are like, okay, well, we'll offer you like $40 million a year. Okay, I'm good. I'm back. I mean, stuff like that. It's just like you hear these comments how you want to win, but then they throw the money at you, and it's just like, well, forget about winning, I guess. Not like Cleveland can't turn it around, but, I mean, yeah, they need quarterback badly. I mean, Watson's absolutely awful. I mean, Jerry Jeudy had a really good season, but, you know, running back-wise, where do you go? Because Chubb's obviously not going to return. So it's an interesting thing with Cleveland. Now, here is an interesting matchup. This Raiders team is unbeaten. So Jackson Dart playing some really good football for this Raiders team. So we have an unbeaten matchup here on a Sunday night football game. So this would be a pretty good matchup to watch, obviously, if this was two unbeaten teams right now at a 5-0. And they got a pretty good line, too. Wilkins, Hunter. You obviously still have Max Crosby. So we're going to bust out the black jerseys, red pants. But look at Kyler. 11 touchdowns, no picks yet this season. Having a really great season here so far. Defending, obviously, Super Bowl champs. But Kyler wasn't the quarterback for that team. If he got hurt, so he gets the ring, but technically wasn't the starter at the time. So Kyler's really playing for this year. That punt put you all the way back to the one. So we're going to hand off up the middle. Trey Benson somehow getting through. And what's it? Tyreek Wilson just getting out of the end zone. 3rd and 3 over the middle. That's caught. Michael Wilson's got it for a first down. And obviously continuing back to what I was saying earlier, this will probably end this season. The college football, the Arkansas Dynasty, I'm still ready to go another season, possibly 2. But the show, obviously, and I've said before, if anybody is interested, I know somebody said when I said a couple videos ago, possibly getting the WWE game is wide open is, oh man, Trey McBride, if he could have just stayed in bounds, he's probably gone for the touchdown. Just couldn't stay in bounds. Definitely, I'm more than likely getting it's already out if you had either the Bloodline pack or I believe the Undertaker pack. You could already get those. The game's already playable, but I wasn't going to get that. I mean, I'm not going to spend $130. That is absolutely insane. So probably going to get the WWE game this Friday. So if you want to see any gameplay like My GM or, you know, Universe Mode or anything like that, even My Rise, just let me know. Possibly could do that. I mean, My GM's what I think. I would love to get into that. Never really got into that mode, so I would love to possibly do that. Definitely looks interesting, booking your own shows and everything. So that could be a possibility. If you want to see that, if there's enough people with maybe put out like one episode and see how it does. And then if it obviously doesn't really do anything, just don't even worry about it. Or just, you know, if it does well, just go from there. So who knows? But obviously, Friday also we'll have a show franchise. We'll do episode 1. Now, I'll probably get into one game, maybe do the opening day. We'll see. But it's been tough this year trying to think of show teams. But I'll have the video out with the 3 teams that I'm thinking possibly. But, I mean, I like the improvements that the show has made. I like their free agency. I like how it's, you know, all the updates they are making to that. Obviously, there's still going to be problems because things are going to happen. You're going to have to patch it. I mean, the trade logic still needs major work, so I might not turn on or might do forced trades in the sense, so I have to, I don't have anything go crazy down. And obviously, I turn that slider completely down until the All-Star break, but I don't want, wild trades. So we'll see. 4th and 4 we'll go for it. We'll find Tyler Warren for the grab, and that's a first down. But excited. Baseball season is upon us. I mean, I'm definitely excited. But, I mean, the Dodgers are just ridiculous, but still. Definitely excited for baseball season. Opening day is very, very soon. You got March Madness coming up, so a lot of good sports things happening. If you're into golf, you got the Players' Championship coming up as Donovan Edwards is in for the touchdown. And that'll give us the first touchdown of the ball game. 10-3 lead. Got a defensive battle here on Sunday night against two unbeaten opponents. As this Raiders team starting to move the ball down the field. They got Olave too. Brock Bowers with the catch. And they're just going to settle for a field goal. I don't know why I put us in this moment. It's very strange. Well, maybe that's why. As we'll come around, we'll block it, and the Raiders will get nothing there right at halftime. Had a couple nice passes down the field. And it remains a 10-3 game as we head into halftime. And now let's get into the second half as we'll have a kick return here from Justice Hill. Hill cuts it up, has some room, and that's a solid return up to the 48-yard line. Gives this offense a head start with great field position. So Benson and Edwards obviously 2 and 4 in the league right now in touchdowns. Not getting very many yards, but they are scoring touchdowns, that's for sure. And over the middle, that's caught. There's Marvin Harrison Jr. for the grab. Down to the 19, obviously trying to pay off with that great starting field position. Hand to Edwards, and if he would have just kept on that block, Michael Wilson. Edwards had one guy to beat. He probably would have beat him, and it would have been a touchdown. So then it brings up a 3rd and 2. Benson up the middle, spins off. Benson continues forward, and he's down to the 3. He can build this up to a 2-score lead. Let this defense go to work. So it's Donovan Edwards' time to try to tie Benson with touchdowns, and he's up the middle, and Edwards is in again. Donovan Edwards puts it in. Great start to the second half. 17-3 lead, trying to remain unbeaten. So what is this Raiders offense got? What do they... Had a nice drive to end the half, just didn't pay off. 3rd and 7. Completion to Olave for 12. 25 yards to Jacoby Myers. Brings up a 2nd and 10 and a 22-yard pass to Chris Olave. And there you go. So they get the touchdown, get this back to a 7-point ball game. We're getting about into the 4th quarter. 11-yard pass to Marvin Harrison Jr. That'll bring us into the 4th. This will bring up a key 3rd down. We're actually going to skip this moment. 3rd and 4, incomplete. So we will have to punt, and the Raiders will start at the 9. 2nd and 7, 10-yard completion to Jacoby Myers. Chuba Hubbard with 6 yards. We got a sack that brings up a big 3rd down. 3rd and 11, they get a 20-yard pass to Chris Olave down the field. Big conversion. Another 11-yard catch by Myers. They are moving the ball. 1st and 10 from the 31. They hit 15 yards to Brock Bowers, and we'll step into this ball game here with 6:32 left, trying to stop this Raiders offense. 2nd and 9. Dart looking down the field. Underneath, caught. Picks up only around 4, and this is going to bring up a big 3rd down. At this moment in the game, down here at this position, 4-down territory, no doubt. Dart on 3rd and 5. Underneath, caught Myers for the grab, and he's got a 1st down. So the Raiders trying to tie this ball game up. It's a really good matchup here. Handoff. And in for the touchdown is Chuba Hubbard. And the Raiders have tied this ball game up at 17 apiece, 14 unanswered. All right, we got 5 minutes left. What can this offense do? 2 back-to-back passes to Trey McBride for 1st downs. And let's jump in here with 2:52 left. 2nd and 8. Kyler, and there is McBride again. 3rd catch on this drive. They're actually going to call him short on that. I think he reached the ball over, but short 3rd down and inches. I mean, look where that ball is. It's like past the 1st down marker, and Spillane just flies through. Crosby cleans it up. 4th and 2 from the 39. We're going to go for it. Instead of kicking a field goal, we're going for it. Kyler looking over the middle, and it's caught by McBride, and he has enough for a 1st down. We hit the 2-minute warning. I'd rather obviously have a touchdown here. As fire is caught. Oh, man, he takes a hit. Nice job hanging onto that ball from Marvin Harrison Jr. And a big 3rd down and 3. Clock wearing down. That's fine with us. Tyler looking. And he's going to run out of time, and he's going to be brought back. Man, that's a big sack to Neil Hunter. All the way back to the 38. So now we have to settle for a field goal attempt. But it's a 55-yard field goal from Cameron Dicker to take the lead. It's good. Just enough puts it in. 20-17. But this Raiders offense has a chance with 1:02. They still have 2 timeouts left. Can our defense get a stop? Dart fires to the outside. That is caught. That is a great throw for a 1st down. You can see Cade York. So they're setting him possibly a 59-yarder. They don't need much. Down the field, Sean Murphy. Bunty knocks it away. Would have loved to see him go up and try to pick that off. Maybe end this ball game. 3rd and 10. Dart to throw. Over the middle. Caught by Myers. Short of the first. They're going to hurry this up instead of calling the timeout. 4th and 2 could be your ball game. Dart to throw. Looking down the field and knocked away by Malachi Moore. And that will do it. The defense gets the stop. We'll run out the clock. And this is going to be a 20-17 victory here on Sunday Night Football to remain unbeaten and go to 6-0. But that was a pretty good game. Back and forth. Teams well matched up. Kyler only 169. Still has not created a pick yet. I mean, we really didn't do anything offensively in this game at all. McBride had 4 of his 6 catches on that final drive there. But the defense does the job. Robinson with the only sack, no picks. So let's take a look at some standings here. Steelers and Ravens are 5-1. Cincinnati's 4-1. That division is absolutely insane. Texans and Colts right now at 3-3. Bills at 3-3 with the Jets right there at 2-4. They've lost 4 in a row. So have the Dolphins. Raiders, we just got their first loss. They're 5-1, but right now in control. The Chiefs are 2-4. Interesting. Packers 5-1. Vikings 4-2, but the Lions Bears right there. That's close. This is very close as well. Everybody within a game of each other. Philadelphia's 5-1. New York 4-2. And then we're 6-0. 49ers at 4-2. Rams 3-2. Seahawks at 1-5. Having a rough season. But Kyler Murray, 11 touchdowns, no picks. He's having a very good season. He's not putting up a lot of yardage per se, but he's having a very productive season. Edwards with 6. Benson with 5 touchdowns. But like I said, yardage-wise, not crazy. We're not really putting up that. I mean, our offense right now it's okay. It's not like a insanely productive offense. We're good, but it's just like, we're not putting up like big time really stat-wise. Carter with 4.5 sacks, Simmons with 3.5, and Malachi Moore, Murphy Bunting, and Jalen Thompson with 2 picks apiece. So we'll get through the bye week, and what I'm thinking is maybe we do 3 games next time. We'll do Seahawks, Rams, Commanders. Maybe we'll stick with the 3. Possibly. I don't know if I want to go 2 games. Like, I might mix it up. I might do 2 games at a time. I might do 3. But we got Seattle next. They are 1-6. It's always tough no matter what in division on the road. Even though we're the better team, no doubt about it, undefeated. But on the road in division, it's always a rough matchup. But that's how we're going to finish this one today. This is, like I said, going to probably be the format. We'll finish out the rest of the season. Maybe we can go back-to-back Super Bowls. I think we have a good enough team to do that. If we could finish off the series with that, that would be absolutely fantastic. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for all the support. Hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one. You guys have a good one. Bye-bye.